Hello guys, it's your boy KP. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be covering some Arsenal news, what's floating around the internet, transfer news, in the midst of, this Man United game. Obviously, you already know what to do. If you're new or returning, smash that subscribe button, hit the like button down below and leave your comments at the video. But yeah, some news came out today from Simon Collins, a trusted Arsenal journalist. I think he works for the Evening Standard and covers Arsenal, similar to David Ornstein, Charles Watts, James Benge, those type. Obviously, even though Benge and Watts are a bit less transfer type journalists, but still covering Arsenal. So he came out today with an article just talking about a few transfers and a few names, and I just want to discuss a few points. So one of the first points, as you can see on your screen, he talked about how Newcastle are front runners to sign Arsenal goalkeeper and Ramsdale, who's expected to leave in search of first team football. Obviously, Ramsdale, sad for him. He signed a new deal, I think, just before the end of last season, or I think at the beginning of summer, at the end of the season. And then obviously, lo and behold, he's only played about like 4 or 5 games and 2 games since like October or September. So it's been peak, man. Obviously, I think he had just made his England debut, England debut at starting. And now he's out the team. But Newcastle, Nick Pope has been injury prone this season. Obviously, they're trying to improve the levels. I don't think Ramsdale's going to want to stay and play second fiddle. It's clear that Raya, is our number one choice. And obviously, I want Ramsdale to have a good career. I think he's still a good age, like 25, I think, maybe 26, 25. Like, still a great goalkeeper age. Got his England career ahead. Pickford is, obviously, you wouldn't know, he's like 29, 30. So, obviously, he's, for goalkeeper, he's calm, but this guy's pants, man. Eventually, someone's going to displace Pickford, and I hope it's Ramsdale. But I can feel like his Arsenal days are done. I don't think he's a bad keeper. I don't even think he's that much worse than Raya, but that's his whole point of not staying on the bench. So it'll be interesting. And it'll also be interesting to see if Newcastle are willing to negotiate a little Isak in that. Obviously, there's news floating around that Arsenal are interested in Isak, but there's also news saying that he might sign a new deal. But if Newcastle are going to hold out for a lot of money for Isak, that's their main asset, that's their top striker. He's got over 20 goals this season. It's going to be expensive, and obviously if they want to get back into Champions League or at least those top European spaces, they're going to want to keep, retain the best players. Obviously they have to sell someone, but could we use Ramsdale as a little bargaining chip? Maybe a little Ramsdale add 80 million or 90 million for Isak, but let's see. So I thought that was interesting. He also spoke about how Arsenal are expected to continue to back up Mikel Arteta in the transfer market this summer, and their priorities, or our priorities this season, is a defender, a midfielder, and a forward. And obviously, as we go on to postseason, I'm going to make a few videos on the transfers I want to see and the players I want. Obviously, these are positions, I think, 3 positions I think that we should be buying a player in. The type of player, the type of defender, the type of midfielder, and the type of forward can be up for debate. But I think those are the 3 areas. Obviously, I have 3 names that I want. Dream names, and I'm going to put it here. I'm going to make a video about these guys as well. But Ousmane Diomande, Frenkie de Jong, Rafael Leao. Are you spending about 200 to 300 M's on those 3 players alone? If you're gonna, go max out to just get those guys, but those are the guys I think if we was to, what we need of it is them. But digressing, Simon also talks about is it Jorrel Hato, the Ajax the captain, as actually 18-year-old. Obviously, he said that Arsenal ideally want to buy a left-footed defender, which I guess goes to my point. Obviously, Diomande is not left-footed, and clearly we're probably looking at that left-back area to, replace Zinchenko long-term anyways. And remain interested in the 80-year-old Jorrel Hato. Despite him signing a new deal with Ajax in March, Ajax hope Hato will be persuaded to stay for at least 1 more season, and they're resigned to let him leave eventually. Obviously, I think he signed a new deal in January after there was a lot of noise that maybe someone's going to come in and swoop for him. I think he had a year left on his contract. Ajax will never let him go. Them man sell well, they create well. So that was the case. But if Arsenal pay the money, we have a good relationship with Ajax. Timber, old school Overmars. I don't think Bergkamp came from Ajax. They came from Inter. But just that, that connection there. The Dutch, I think, Bergkamp being an Arsenal legend. You got a little something there, man. We get Hato in. I don't know how much he would cost, but that would definitely be a good signing, especially given the fact that Timber, Tomiyasu, Kivior, Zinchenko probably won't get sold this summer. We're still going to have a lot of guys ahead of him. Does he want to come in and potentially not play every game, but eventually know that the ball is yours, you're the heir to the throne? You know what I'm saying? Because I think Timber will eventually naturally become our right back, and so we need a new left back. So yeah, it'll be interesting to sign him. He's a quality player. I do rate him a lot. as much as I talked about, I don't want the summer to be a project signing summer, or at least our main focus. I think it's a bit different for a player who's already captain in such a historical and heritage side, and they've played in Europe. I think was it the Conference League? All right, they played in Conference League this season. I think they got beaten by, was it Aston Villa that beat them? Must have been Villa. So he's got experience, he's captain the team clearly, he's a leader, has certain mental strengths, and I've seen him play. Technically, he's sound, very, very sound, and at that age, coachable. So it'll be interesting. He also talks about how Arsenal amongst several top European clubs that have scouted Ajax. So another Ajax player, Ajax goalkeeper Dian Ramaj. Apparently he fits the profile of the keeper Arsenal want, as he's excellent on the ball at his feet, but at 22, he's reluctant to give up his being a guaranteed start. So obviously clearly he's Ajax number one. If he comes in, he's not going to be Arsenal number one. Or we say this is what we said about Raya, and you look at how things go. But let's be real, 22-year-old keeper coming in, Raya's 28. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's probably better that we go for a homegrown keeper. I've seen this keeper a couple of times. He's excellent on the ball, and it's no surprise that a team like Ajax will be producing that kind of talent. But it's sad that we can't grow our own kind of keeper, you know, train out. But it's not easy to just get these world-class talents. So I'm not saying it like that. I probably think we'll probably go down the alternative route in terms of keepers and sign like an older keeper. I've been seeing noises around we want to sign like a homegrown keeper. You know, I think if just because of the numbers in terms of the amount of homegrown players in our team is kind of lessening, especially if we probably get rid of Ramsdale, Eddie Nketiah, and Reece Nelson, we're going to need to replace that. So apparently Wojciech Szczesny, I'm not going to say his name. Szczesny, so I think he's 32, still Juventus number one, but they're trying to go for a new keeper in the summer. I think he only has a year left. It's fine. A little return back to Arsenal, maybe if we don't win the league this season. Imagine Szczesny coming back, even if he's a second field when he plays cup games, being part of that squad. It'll be nice. Or we're looking at Jason Still from Brighton. I think obviously he's basically been number two since Zerbi was rotating his two keepers. He's English. I think he's older. He's 33 though. I didn't know that. So I want us to go down that route. So it'll be interesting to see those players. Obviously, that's the majority of what he was saying. Other than that, obviously, it also was announced today that Jorginho signed his deal. Obviously, it's just a 1 year extension. There's no like +1 or no like option, so I think it's a 1 year. Maybe we'll see how. I think it's Arsenal will see how things go. We also don't want to commit too much money or potentially commit too much money to a guy that's aging. Also, we're still in our rebuilding of that midfield, so we need to make sure that we can replenish later down the line. But I think Jorginho by far is one of the players we need to keep around, even if he doesn't play. He plays like how Madrid use Modric. Not comparing Jorginho to Modric, guys. I know there's guys there, but like just that senior figurehead in the dressing room that leads. You can bring him on in trusted moments. You know what you're getting. So it's quality. A big shout out to Jorginho. I love that guy as a player, of course, and like I love him as a player. Personality too, he's a great guy, and hopefully the leadership he can bring, as well as the quality shown, and whatever new midfield signing that we get this summer, they're going to need to be integrated to have players like that can integrate you in, teach the game, learn off. It's all great, man. So shout out to Jorginho. I'm happy for the team to sort that out. And yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see what we do this summer, man. I don't think it's determined on whether we win the league or not. In terms of like money wise or plan wise, I think we already know that we're probably not moving away from signing in a 9. I would love Isak at the right price though. Other than that, I don't really see there's a 9. Osimhen maybe. So it's like Havertz 9. Get that left wing. My dream is Leao. Doubt we get Leao, but it's fine. So summer's gonna be peak. Obviously, the transfer noise is gonna come up. It's gonna be stressful, but I do love it. We don't have any like last year. We knew that we were touting for Rice early. We haven't had a player this year that we've seen our Arsenal been speaking to representatives and those secret ITKs talking. But we'll see, man. But it's been your boy KP. I'll catch you guys on the next video. A couple of previews for the United game coming out. Subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below. Speak soon.